Hi there. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday. I am super excited to be here again. Today I'm doing something different. I am on a YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the same time. I'm trying to batch things to connect. So I'm super excited to be here again. My name is Ania Haas. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about energy blocks. Whenever you come here, say hi, tell me that you're here so I know you are watching me. It always gives me a little bit more courage and connects me with you. So whenever you see me, say hi to me, give me some thumbs up, give me some love. If you have any questions throughout this whole session, please point them out. Hey Jen, hey. So pointed out. So today the topic is energetic blocks, and so I wanted to start with even understanding what it is energy blocks. So everything that we are perceiving is connected to energy. Everything has its own energy. So, us as humans, we have energy, our emotions, our thoughts, the events that we are entering, they have the different energy fields. And so, energy could be high. It could be related to high emotional states, high energy vibration like love, joy, blessing, acceptance, and it lowers down. And then we enter lower energy vibrations that are related to emotions or energy vibrations like apathy, grief, um, anger, frustration, goes into like feeling guilty, feeling uh, angry and fear. All of these are lower vibrational energies. So we have a really spectrum of all different energy vibrations. And so we can feel the different vibrations actually when we are talking to people. When they talk in a negative way, we sense this negative vibration, and we feel that they are just vibrating on a lower spectrum. When we enter place and people are happy and joyous, we also feel that different sense of feeling that we have inside. So let's talk about energy blocks. So energy blocks that we can experience, we call them, but they could be related to emotions, right? So emotions that are not being released from us, emotions that resonate constantly with us all the time, they could be blocking us from moving forward. So let's say if we every day feel that we are not good enough and we are not feeling strong enough, then this block is almost going to prevent us from going forward in our life. And so no matter what we do, if we have internal belief inside of us that we are not good enough, whatever we do is going to constantly kept being sabotaged by us, and in an unconscious or conscious way. So unresolved emotions are very often trapped inside of our bodies. They are trapped inside of our organs, and they keep being in there and waiting for the specific moments to come to the surface. So let's say we might feel good today, but in a week from today, maybe there is going to be situation that is going to trigger our own insecurity, and this block is going to come to the surface, and it's going to prevent us, stop us from moving forward. So instead of moving forward, we are going to feel like we retract to some place that we either belong, that we have perception, and we feel like we are fine in that small space. But every single time we want to go forward, we feel almost like something is pulling us right back in. That is energy block. So past traumas, and yes, Jen, 100%. So, like past traumas, anything that happened in a past that was not resolved still has resonance inside of us, in our energy field. So, without our observation and our actually awareness, we will keep going into the future and not understanding why we are not able to move forward. So those past events also have they pull and they drain us from our energy, and so they are impacting our lives, and they are also impacting our choices. So let's say something happened in the past and I felt guilty, and if I will start living through this guilt, unresolved guilt that I have inside of myself, I will always bring every situation that occurs into this guilt feeling. And so if I am acting from that feeling inside of me, I don't think that I can open myself fully to life experiences, because it's very, very narrow. It narrows down my life experience. Okay, so let's say another thing is connected to criticism. Let's say if you were criticized in your past by your parents, if you were criticized in your past by your partner, by your friends, and it really hurts you, this criticism hurts you, this criticism creates block inside of you that, without releasing it and shifting the patterns in behavior, it's going to always pull you back to this small place. And so that's why it's very important to really understand, why am I acting this and not another way? All right, so let's see. And again, it goes into the belief system, because if I am believing I'm not good enough or I am not worthy because somebody even criticized me about this, then how my life is going to move forward if I constantly keep myself small in small one little place. So if somebody else was criticizing me all my life, my parents, my partners, then I start even taking the next stage, which is self-criticism based on the criticism that somebody else was giving to me. It's almost like giving yourself a thought, a mention inside of your head, inside of your body, that it must be true that you are not worthy or not good enough. And then all of the occurrences that happen next in your life, they will bring up the self-criticism and negative self-talk. So let's say these were the energy blocks that can happen because of the past experiences. But negative energy can also create blocks in us. And this negative energy could be related to, for example, somebody else is throwing a negative energy by emotion or projection on you. So let's say somebody is jealous of you. They see you and they have some kind of jealousy. So instead of telling you how they feel about that, very often people will project their unresolved trauma, their own unresolved uh, feelings and emotions on you, and in that way they will block your energy field. So I don't know if you've noticed, but many times actually when somebody throws this projection on you, then you feel almost like you are feeling drained from your own energy. So misfortune happens. A lot of different occurrences in your life can happen that totally are so bizarre and weird. And so this it's like directed negative thought that you receive, and based on this you are starting to act in a way that you don't know why. You don't know what's going on with you, because let's say you were having joyous life, you were having all of the good things happening to you, and out of the blue something happens and you have no idea what, and then boom, is a huge misfortune that happens. And so when this happens, you have to think, wow, somebody either shoot some kind of like a psychic attack on me. There had to be some kind of energetic attack. And I say that because I experienced that many times in my life, that something good was happening in my life for extended period of time, and out of the blue I totally feel drained. Things are just totally going against the flow. So if you have the situation, this could be related to somebody attacking you, directing the energy, negative energy towards you. And I don't want to blame anyone because it's not a blame game, but sometimes it could be very conscious, directed negative thought or emotion towards you, or sometimes it could be unconscious. Somebody can say, "Oh yeah, it's so good for her. She can do that," or whatever it could be. It's related usually to some kind of jealousy, some kind of envy, or something that is like not positive. And even this thought itself, because we are in this network, we are living in a network of like oneness. This thought can right away trigger some negative occurrences in your life. Okay, and so this part is like directed negative energy, and then unresolved courses. Some families can have an unresolved curse that was placed on them. And again, this could be something that was unresolved in the family system. It could be way in our ancestral line, and we don't know why, but kids can get sick. Something is happening like premature deaths in a family. Usually, for example, husbands get sick, or the feminine side of the family tree is having some problems, some issues, and they are very often very similar, or even accidental deaths in a family system. So it could be related to the energy, negative energy that was projected, and it is like a family curse. So when we go through that, the first thing what we have to do is to observe what's going on with us, if it's, let's say, psychic attack. And then we also have to pay attention to scan our family unit. I When I work with my clients, I start with, because we talk about many different blocks in here. So I look at the behaviors, I look at the choices, I look at the reactions, of my clients, and then we go into the family dynamic, because inside of the family system there is a whole story. Like, there is a story of behaviors, there is story behind the roles that we play in our family system. There is a story why we are the way we are, and it's not a mystery why certain people within our family system are weaker than others, because all of this is created like this in order to survive, right? So observation of own behaviors, observation of own reactions in own partnerships, in friendships, in family unit, and then going deeper into understanding the whole family dynamics with ancestors is very, very powerful. So let's say somebody, you feel like you were attacked energetically. I can tell you what I would do, and then you can try to do it yourself and let me know how it worked for you. Not a long time ago, I was extremely strongly attacked energetically, and I am extremely light person. And things that started to happen to me, they were so bizarre, totally like out of the norm. And so at some point, I realized, wow, something is happening in the energy field. So I decided to do this ritual, and the ritual is related to cleansing energy. So basically, I'll tell you one thing that is really the most important. Don't ever wish anyone anything bad. Don't ever wish anyone to take back whatever they send you. You, as a person that is awakened, you, as a person that has beautiful heart and want the best in life, you always break it with love and blessing for the person that actually sent negative thought or emotion your way. Okay, so the ritual that I'm going to share with you is related to cleansing your energy. And so I would suggest you to take a bath in a sea salts. You can take Epsom salts. I usually put essential oils. I like frankincense is a very high vibrational essential oil, but lavender, rose is really good. But sea salt, and then go into this bathtub, or if you don't have bathtub, go take a shower and just use the salt and like salt yourself up. And then when water comes on you, just imagine that you are being cleansed, not only your physical body, but your energy field and anything that is not yours to just be washed off with this water. This is very powerful. And after you feel that you stayed enough in the water, you have this sense of like accomplishment inside of yourself. Then get yourself out from this water. I put candle on because candle is always like a good thing for me to use in our rituals. I put the candle on, and then you go into to visualization. So I want you to visualize yourself being cleansed, being in a light, beautiful vibrations. So I want you to imagine how love feels inside of you, how lightness feels inside of you. And then, based on this, I want you to imagine the bubble of light. It could be white light, gold light, any light that comes to you. And you're just imagining this bubble of light. It could be a cloud of light. Whatever visual comes to you, that's the best visual for you. But imagine that this place is so safe for you to enter. So I want you to imagine that you're entering this cloud of beautiful light. And then when you are in this light, you're always protected. So I want you to, when you enter this light bubble, I want you to even take more of this light, beautiful energy that you have in your heart: love, joy, acceptance, blissfulness, gratitude, all of those to even more start resonating inside of this bubble. And then here is another thing that is important. I want you to imagine what happens to you when negative thought or negative emotion or any type of attack is going your way. I want you to imagine that energy that comes towards this bubble and is almost like at the wall of this bubble is going to collapse. Energy that is of a lower vibration, every single time it comes near your bubble, is going to collapse. And with this energy that is being collapsed, I want you to imagine that it's collapsing and sending blessing and good energy towards the person that was sending it. And it makes it automatic. So instead of sending any negative energy to anyone, you will focus on sending blessing and love to the person that sent it. And it doesn't have to come from your own energy field. It comes from the bubble, and the energy of the universe. And so in that way, you're creating good, because every single time that you are imagining that it goes back to this person actually suffers, and you don't want to make anyone suffer. I want you to be bigger than anything. I want you to go and rise your vibration to do good in life. And this is number one. But number two is really like this. Every single time you would send something negative to somebody else, you're giving permission for yourself to receive it back. So don't do it. Allow yourself to be bigger with your own vibration and break it with blessing and love sending to the person, not from your own energy field, but from the universal energy. Okay? And so when you are bathing in this beautiful bubble of light, you are always safe and protected. And so just based on this, I if you have extra, if you want to have extra protection, you can use a red thread. This red thread, the best would be if that would be a thread that is cotton. You can actually place this. You can create, like a bow, and you can put it on your purse. You can put it in your home. You can put it behind the picture. You can put it on your altar, or you can even put it on your body. Like I asked my body if it needed extra protection, and I felt yes from myself. So I placed this cotton thread on my body, and so I feel like super protected right now. So what it is basically is a working with intention. So what is your intention in that case? The intention is related to your observation. It's related to your perceived information, right? And then based on this, you create some kind of action, and the action is connected to your strong intention that comes from your heart. And this is very powerful. This ritual is extremely powerful when you put all of your heart and all of your mental state into it. Okay, so when you feel like you have energy blocks connected to unresolved traumas, unresolved emotional states, criticism, anything that happened in the past, then your steps will be related to very strong observation of yourself and your own family dynamic. And then based on this, I always suggest working with somebody. Like, I am a trained coach, and actually working with emotions is one of the passions that I have in life. So working with somebody else can help you in understanding what really happens inside of your own behaviors. What happens, what is really the dynamic, what is the source of it, and then shifting the source, shifting the belief system, shifting the patterns. It's a process work. So it's not something that is like one time occurrence and that's it. It's more connected to some deeper and extended work. So it's a process work. And so even with understanding, okay, I have energy block, I can release this energy block. But if I release this energy block, what am I going to place instead of this energy block? So let's say if I am releasing something so fundamental like lack of self-belief, or self-worthiness, or low self-esteem, if it's so fundamental, what would I want to have more in your life, in my life? And so this work together. If I am going to release that, it's not that automatically I'm going to start feeling like, oh wow, I can do everything. No, because coming from one place and then stepping into another place is a journey. Maybe there's 10 steps along this journey, maybe there is one step along the journey, but it's really a journey. Life is a journey anyway. So what are you willing to replace it with? So let's say if I want to feel more worthy and more, I want to feel that I'm good enough in life, then I need to look for evidence that this is I release that, but can I look for evidence on the situations that I feel good enough in my life? Because when I start noticing and observing actually the evidence of being good enough, then I can start building my own field inside of it. But let's say if I am going to release this old belief and not put any steps forward and not be maybe coached into that, or not take steps to build skills necessary for me to feel good enough, then I will be pulled back into my old pattern. Because something that is built for extended period of time in the past has a strong pull towards something that feels familiar. So let's say if you are a woman or a man and like look at your own partners, and there is a pattern that you're falling for the same type of behaviors and the same kind of partner type, and you would like to meet somebody different in your life, then by building something on the inside of yourself that is going to start resonating more and more and more in your life, by looking for evidence and building skills around that new belief, you'll start noticing that somebody different is going to start showing up in your life. Maybe that's going to be somebody that you would never ever even recognize in the past, or this person would not be interesting in the past. So let me know if you have any actually questions about it. But I think that's very, very powerful to know that we have power to release our energy blocks. So one more time to recap this, let me see. I gave you ritual to release something that occurs like this. So this is a fast way through ritual, releasing something like energy projection, attack, like psychic attack. This is very fast ritual. But something that is more related to past traumas, to criticism, to family dynamic, even courses that are existing in a family, that is more of a process work. So when you feel like something is occurring like this and you need guidance, please let me know. I'm here actually to help you with that. And what else can I say? I'm super, super excited that you are here with me and that you are taking time to actually watch me. I hope that I can be of the service for you, and I can benefit you on Mondays, and I can actually inspire you and motivate you to make changes and and go through transformation process, because we are here to experience in this life, and actually we are so much scared of all different types of changes. But if you know that you have some kind of blocks, and then you are allowing yourself to release them, you actually are taking conscious steps into entering different life situations. Because like, let's say you could say, wow, I tried everything and it didn't work, but it didn't work on a specific level of vibration. But when you go into higher vibration, the new set of tools and new possibilities are showing up at the surface. So I always say it's good to close the past doors, to enter in a neutral state with curiosity and openness and acceptance, and then go into the next step. So please, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. And so, if I can even help you to release some kind of energy blocks, oh my gosh, that would be just the best. So, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm wishing you to have a beautiful Monday and beautiful week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.